the hype versus the reality. So, Throne and Liberty, the game that took 7 years to develop, suffered endless delays, and was supposed to be NCSoft's next big MMORPG masterpiece. Instead, what did we get? A game that launched with mass layoffs already on the horizon, a plagued release, and mechanics that feel like they were borrowed from other games, specifically The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Let's break it down. 1. The innovation problem. Nothing new under the sun, sky whales, and flying mounts. Tears of the Kingdom gave us Levias, a literal sky whale deity, and the ability to jump off cliffs, ride falling rocks, and glide across the sky with style. Throne and Liberty. It's got flying mounts and aerial combat, but it feels like a watered-down MMO-ified version of Zelda's creativity. Open world exploration. Zelda's Sky Islands and Depths were groundbreaking. Throne and Liberty's world, Elysium, is just another generic fantasy map with rehashed MMORPG quests and fetch tasks. Physics and freedom. Zelda let you build machines, rewind time, and interact with the world in insane ways. Throne and Liberty is tap targeting combat with a side of press X to mount your guildie. Verdict: if you're going to borrow mechanics, at least do something new with them. Throne and Liberty didn't. 2. The plagued release. A mess from day one. Delays galore. This game was announced in 2011 as Lineage Eternal, then rebranded, delayed, and completely restructured after failed betas. By the time it launched, it felt like a Frankenstein of old ideas. Mass layoffs before the game even settled. NCSoft started restructuring, aka firing people, less than a year after launch, despite hitting 3 million players in its first week. That's not a good sign. Player backlash. Reddit and MMORPG forums are filled with complaints about pay-to-win mechanics, lack of content, and repetitive gameplay. Verdict: a game this long in development should not feel this rushed and uninspired. 3. The Zelda connection. Did they steal the idea? Look, I'm not saying Throne and Liberty directly copied Tears of the Kingdom, but let's be real. Sky creatures and aerial gameplay. Zelda did it first, and it did it better. Freedom of movement. Zelda's recall ability, skydiving, and physics-based puzzles made exploration thrilling. Throne and Liberty's flying mounts feel scripted and limited. The timing, Tears of the Kingdom dropped in May 2023. Throne and Liberty launched in December 2023, just 7 months later. That's not enough time to innovate on Zelda's ideas. Verdict: even if it's not a direct ripoff, it's suspiciously convenient that Throne and Liberty's biggest selling points mirror Zelda's most hyped features. 4. The bigger problem. MMOs are stuck in the past. Throne and Liberty isn't just a victim of bad timing. It's a symptom of a bigger issue. MMOs keep recycling the same formulas. WoW-style questing. Check. Generic fantasy world? Check. Innovative mechanics that are just reskinned old ideas? Double check. Where's the real risk-taking? Where's the gameplay that makes players go holy sh*t? I've never seen this before. Verdict: Throne and Liberty had the chance to break the mold. Instead, it played it safe and players noticed. Final verdict: a missed opportunity. Throne and Liberty isn't a bad game. It's just forgettable. In a world where Tears of the Kingdom redefined open-world freedom, Throne and Liberty feels like a step backward. A game that borrowed ideas but forgot to bring its own soul. NCSoft, if you're listening, next time take a risk. Give us something new. Because right now, Throne and Liberty is just Zelda light with extra grind. What do you think? Did Throne and Liberty rip off Tears of the Kingdom, or is this just a case of great minds think alike? Drop your hot takes below. Fire. Sources. Throne and Liberty's troubled development. Tears of the Kingdom, sky whales, and mechanics. Player backlash and layoffs.